you guys have questions, you guys can of course put the questions to the bottom. Welcome YouTube to the video blog. I'm your host Doug here with your video blog for, of course, Veterans Day here. Alright, so I'm just going to run down through the headlines on ESPN.com. Of course, Penn State assistant Mike McQueary has been put on leave. Mike McQueary will not be at the game this week, and he should be on his way out, just like Joe Pa was. I mean, if you're going to fire Joe Pa, who really didn't have a whole lot to do with it, you got to fire Mike McQueary. So that's definitely big news. Alright, next one. Players, the NBA lockout continues. People thought we were close to a deal, but now it's not looking like the deal is going to be happening for a while. Just kind of a rough situation there. The owners proposed a 72-game season, which would start December 15th, to the players. The players are unlikely to okay the offer due to the revenue split and how much is really going to happen there. So I don't think we're going to be having NBA basketball for a while. That's just my take on it. You guys take that for what it's worth, and I'm really not sure what's happening with the NBA. All right, next, probably the biggest acquisition so far in Major League Baseball during this offseason. Jonathan Papelbon has been reported of going to the Philadelphia Phillies as their closer. Of course, Ryan Madson on his way out as a free agent. They're going to bring in Papelbon. Papelbon to the Phillies. Biggest news today, probably in sports, I would say. Kind of good. Kind of also good for sports. Kind of gets us away from the whole Paterno deal. And now we can focus on maybe start talking about some free agency in baseball. So that's definitely big news. The reporter will pay him $50. Let's take a look at this. We'll see what this deal is looking like. Papelbon, it's going to be a 5-year, $47 million. Oh, wait. They're looking to give him 4 years at $50 million, pending a physical. So this is really close to happening. This could be final, but in a couple hours. Probably this will be final, and Papelbon will be on his way out of Boston. He was also a big part of the whole breakdown there at the end of the year. So that's big news, definitely, in Boston. Getting Papelbon out of there, you got to think Daniel Bard might be the new closer in Beantown. We'll see what happens. All right, following the whole Kyle Busch saga last week, Joe Gibbs has stated Kyle Busch will not be fired for his actions during the Craftsman Truck Series race. He will not be. But there might be more penalties passed down through Joe Gibbs Racing to Kyle Busch. I don't know, we might see some more money thrown out there. Maybe maybe they're gonna take away a few of his other rides, take away his Busch rides or take away his nationwide rides or whatever. They're just gonna take away some stuff. So that'll be definitely interesting to see what happens with this whole saga. Obviously, they're not gonna fire him. They're definitely not gonna fire him. They like what he's doing. He's a really good racer. He's just got to keep his head in the race and not worry about what the other drivers are going to be doing to him. That's all he's got to do. So let's see. He will race in the last 2 races. He will not be suspended for any more races as of now. Big news, definitely. Kyle Busch still racing. All right. So this story here. Wilson Ramos being kidnapped. I mean, people think, the Department of Justice says the evidence had physical descriptions of the kidnapper based on the accounts of witnesses. They don't really know who took Wilson Ramos. Wilson Ramos, of course, if you don't know the story, he was in Venezuela playing winter ball in his home country, and he gets kidnapped. People don't know where he is. He is alive and well. They don't know where he is. He is definitely alive. They're still looking for him, and Venezuelan Winter League has said games will not be canceled because of this strange occurrence. I've heard of players getting kidnapped before, but not a big name kind of guy like him. Oklahoma Sooner basketball, next big story, has been placed on 3 years probation and has been fined $15,000. Division I committee also vacated all 13 wins from the 2009-2010 season, and they took away a scholarship. Most of the penalties proposed by the school, the violations occurred while Kelvin Sampson, of course, was there. He was doing illegal phone calls, and really, it's just a backburner to all the stuff going on in Penn State. 3 years probation, not that big of a deal. Not like they're being taken out of bowl games or out of playoff games like that of USC. All right, finally, the last we'll do 2 more stories. All right, Texans rule out Andre Johnson will not play this week. He'll miss his 6th game in a row. So if he's on your fantasy team, take him off. He'll be back after the bye week. Probably they have a bye week, so they're figuring Cinnamon. He'll have the bye week. He can come back big time after that. All right, final story. Free agent Pujols is meeting with the Miami Marlins, the new team in Miami. This is big news, definitely, because Ozzie Guillen's there. Ozzie Guillen's got to make a splash, trying to get a big guy, trying to show that this team will pay big-time players to come play for him. And Ozzie Guillen wants to get Pujols. If they can get Pujols down there, they will draw fans. They will draw so much more support. It will be ridiculous. All right, thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to end the YouTube video first. Thank you for watching YouTube.